Welcome back, crime fighters. It is time for another edition of Calhoun County's Most Wanted, the program where you get to help make Calhoun County a better and safer place by helping us lock up the bad guys. I'm your host, Chris Wright, along with Calhoun County Sheriff Matthew Wade. Good to see you, Sheriff.
Hey, always good to be on the show, Chris. I enjoy it.
Happy anniversary, by the way.
Today is my 19th wedding anniversary, so I don't know if that's congratulations to my wife or condolences, but every I tell her every time I come home, every night I come home and she's still there is like winning the lottery. So.
Yeah, we are pre-taping this show, so if you're watching this in the evening thinking you should be out with your wife,
I am. Pre-taping this. I'm out with my wife, going to carry her to dinner, make sure she understands how much I appreciate her for all she does for our family.
And she's not the only one that you're providing dinner for. We've got a big dinner event coming up in about a week.
You know, Thanksgiving is a wonderful time of year, and this will be our 12th or 13th year that we've done a turkey fry at the Sheriff's Office. And last year we was almost 300 turkeys. I think it was 280 something turkeys. Once again, I'm not necessarily trying to beat any record, but we had 33 fryers going last year, and this coming up Wednesday, I think it's November the 22nd, around 8 o'clock, we'll start frying turkeys at the Sheriff's Office. And anybody that wants to do that, go to our Facebook page to see the requirements for doing that. And we're raising money to give to the Alabama Baptist Children's Home so they can buy Christmas gifts for their foster kids. The beard, deputies are paying $25 a month for the beard. That money goes to the Alabama Baptist Children's Home as well. So we're trying to raise money so those kids that are in foster care can experience the joy of Christmas.
Absolutely. And I imagine it's a great thing as well, seeing you get some of your trustees and some of the jail employees working together on cooking these turkeys, frying the turkeys, and that just makes everything better, doesn't it?
It does. You talk about being thankful. God told us to love God with all our heart and to love our neighbor as ourselves. And anytime we can love on other people, there's never a wrong time to do that. And that's saying we're thankful and showing God we're thankful when we do that. And it's really a wonderful time. Before I become the chief deputy, we didn't do this. Our agency didn't have a Thanksgiving dinner together. But since we started doing this, not only do we cook turkeys that day, but our whole agency sits down together and has a Thanksgiving meal. People bring their spouses, their significant others, their family members. My mother comes with her dressing, and we all sit there and just have a day together where we're thankful for each other. And it's probably one of my favorite days of the year. So it's just it's a good time. And if you want your turkey fried and you don't want to spend the time to do it, we'll do it.
Or you're not confident that you can do it without burning down your house, because that does happen.
That does happen. I can make a promise I won't burn my house down when we're frying turkeys Wednesday. I might burn the sheriff's office down, but we're not going to burn my house down. But it's something that we've been doing for a long time, and the people that help, man, they get so much joy out of being able to do it. And I'm not going to lie to you, when cut that turkey and eat some of that freshly fried turkey.
It's good.
It's good. It's fine. It's
good.
fine. So.
All right, let's get down to the business of catching some bad guys. First, we need to say thank you to our viewers for helping us catch some more.
Absolutely. They've never let us down. 4 arrests this week brings our total up to 4,063 individuals put behind bars because of our partnership. In law enforcement, you got to have a good partner, and y'all are it, and I appreciate it.
All right, we need to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the first half of this week's lineup and our guest here on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
And welcome to this week's edition of Calhoun County's Most Wanted. First up again this week, Remington Johnson, last known to be living in Birmingham. He's wanted for murder. We're still looking for him. Any leads you got, we need to bring this guy home to meet some justice. And take a look at Tandrika Higgins. Miss Higgins, last known to be living in Anniston. She's wanted for failure to appear on obstruction of justice by using a false ID, possession of a forged instrument, possession of a controlled substance, and use and possession of drug paraphernalia. And this is Daryl Files. Mr. Files, last known to be living in Anniston. He's wanted for failure to appear on receiving stolen property. And take a look at, if you would, at Corey Brown. Mr. Brown, last known to be living in Oxford, he's wanted for failure to appear on possession of a controlled substance and use and possession of drug paraphernalia and failure to appear on criminal trespass third. And meet Gene Higgins. Mr. Higgins, last known to be living in Anniston, he's wanted for probation violation on possession of a controlled substance. And last up for the first half of our lineup, Mr. David Pearman. Mr. Pearman, last known to be living in Anniston, he's wanted for failure to appear on receiving stolen property. And that's it for the first half of our lineup. Stay tuned for the second half later in the show.
We will have more bad guys here in just a few minutes. Don't worry, we always do. But right now we've got one of the good guys or gals on the show with us. Carrie Payne is joining us from Water Tower Films.
Yes.
And here specifically today to talk about the Empty Stocking Gala, which I understand was a huge success again this year.
That's right. Thanks to so many. But the gala is always the first Friday in November, and we had a blast as usual. The dinner and dancing. It's a dinner dancing event catered by Classic on Noble every year, and they always provide an outstanding feast. But the overall goal, of course, of the Empty Stocking is a charity, and we are there to provide Christmas for foster children in Cleburne and Calhoun County.
Yeah, this is the party that a lot of people in Calhoun and Cleburne counties really look forward to for the whole year. It may be the premier social event of the year. I haven't sat down and done any official rankings.
No, but
it's got to be in the top five.
It is pretty well
if it's not number
attended,
one.
yes, for sure. And it's a great way to kick off your holiday season. A lot of people use it as a way to say, hey, it's about to get ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's a wonderful event.
It snuck up on me this year. I was telling Chris that it don't even seem like next week is Thanksgiving. So.
I know, it happens so quickly, doesn't it? Just like that.
Yeah,
It comes.
It's suddenly here, and you know, if you go into Walmart, you'll notice.
Yeah,
They'll have that out there in July.
Yes.
I'm not allowed to go in Walmart. I have no money, and my wife says anything that costs more than $20 I can't get. So.
Yeah.
I do have a question. Who is the Empty? Is there an organization behind this, or is it an organization itself?
Well, I'm glad you asked. There's some history, obviously, behind it, and it was the brainchild of Miss Sue Taylor and Colleen Roberts. And in 1989, they felt that there might be a need within the foster children's organization, and so they reached out to DHR, both of them did, and said, "How can we help you guys with foster children and foster families?" And they said that the greatest need they had is providing Christmas gifts for those children. So they said, we can do that. And basically, in 1989, the Empty Stocking Gala was born.
Very cool. And I actually saw a statistic this week that said, according to a new study, 69% of Americans, if they could, they'd like to just forego the gift giving at Christmas time. And I'm sure that doesn't mean that they wouldn't want to provide gifts for the kids, but just as far as giving to your friends and coworkers and all these other people. And in a way, that's kind of what all these couples did, wasn't it, when they got started, is say, well, instead of buying gifts for each other, we're going to provide gifts for these kids.
That's right. And what was happening, DHR told them, is a lot of times those children, the gifts they were getting were from the employees of DHR.
Which,
they were providing those gifts.
They're paid hundreds of thousands of dollars,
I know.
right?
So they thought that was a need that they could fill at the time. And this was our 28th gala that we just finished. So it's a long-standing tradition, and DHR is incredibly grateful to the organization for all that we're able to do.
28 years. So, Sheriff, you were what, fourth grade then?
I definitely wasn't driving. I wanted to say that.
Right.
So it's been going on for a while, very successful.
Yes.
Everybody has a great time. I was looking on Facebook. All my friends were there. I was out of state that weekend. But as you said, I didn't realize that you had always specified already the date. So we can go ahead and get our 2018 calendars.
Every year,
write
first
it in there.
Friday in November. So you can have it on your calendar. We usually start ticket sales around August. This year, we actually launched ticket sales online. That's the first year, so we're moving into the century, I guess, with that. And that was pretty successful as well, as far as like selling tickets online. Because a lot of times in the past, it's been just the board members selling the tickets and sponsorships.
All right, so let's talk about the party itself. I mean, what happened? I know last time I was there, we had a great live band that was just phenomenal live band. and some good food and some spirits as well.
That's right. That's right. The party. We generally have a theme for the party. This year it was masquerade ball. It's not required, of course, to dress up like that, but a lot of people did bring their mask and made it pretty festive. We always, as you said, have a live band, and Party Nation has been our band the last several years, and they're so fun. They really get everybody involved in dancing and enjoying the evening. And like I said, Classic on Noble provides fantastic feast every year.
All right, so Sheriff, they've got different themes that aren't necessarily Christmas, so you don't have to wear your Christmas sweater.
That's right.
You know, we were looking at those Christmas sweaters for our Christmas party just before we started the show today. So I'm a big, huge fan of tacky Christmas sweaters.
Tacky Christmas sweaters, yes.
But, you know, sometimes here in Alabama, the first weekend in November, sweater just isn't very comfortable, is it?
No, it isn't. It's pretty hot. So anyway, but yes, so and there are people at the event that dress in gowns, and there are people that do cocktail dresses, and then some Sunday dresses. So you can wear whatever you want to feel comfortable to just come and enjoy the evening.
Go all out if you want to, or be a little casual, whatever you were in the spirit for.
Absolutely. We
All
welcome
right.
all.
We need to take a quick break, but we
Okay.
want to talk about this some more, so we will be back in just a few moments. We'll also have the second half of this week's lineup when we come back on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
And welcome to the second half of our lineup. First up this half, Johnny Parker. Miss Parker, last known to be living in Piedmont. She's wanted for failure to appear on possession of a forged instrument first, and change pills circulate as money. That's possession of bad money. And meet Thomas Jones. Mr. Jones, last known to be living in Jacksonville. He's wanted for failure to appear on child support and non-payment of child support, the face of a deadbeat dad. And meet Jonathan Bolden. Mr. Bolden, last known to be living in Anniston. He's wanted for failure to pay on sexual abuse first. And this is Corey Ramsey. Mr. Ramsey, last known to be living in Anniston. He's wanted for failure to pay on assault second. And have a look at Jesse Barrett. Mr. Barrett, last known to be living in Anniston. He's wanted for failure to pay on assault third. And last up for our lineup this week, Tara Fleming. Miss Fleming, last known to be living in Oxford. She's wanted for failure to appear on writing worthless checks. And that's it for our lineup this week. If you know the whereabouts of these folks, and we hope you do, please give us a call at Crime Stoppers. That number, 256-238-1414.
All right, we will have some more crime fighting for you to do in just a few minutes. We'll have the Crime Stoppers segment of the show and talk about some unsolved property crimes that maybe you can help us out with. But right now, we're talking about the Empty Stocking Gala. And you were just telling us off the air that today is actually shopping day,
Yes,
right?
today is shopping day, and this is what it's all about, is buying those gifts for children. And this year, thanks to all of our sponsors and the individual ticket sales and Walmart, who helps us with this every year, we were able to provide gifts for 211 children in Calhoun County and 39 children in Cleveland County. And that's everyone within the foster system in our two counties right now. Yes.
So nobody got left out.
Nobody gets left out, and obviously those numbers change as we get closer to Christmas. So if that happens, then we go back out and get gifts for those children as well.
My wife would like to know, do you need any help with the shopping? She loves doing the
Yes, now
shopping.
the shopping is so fun. So we meet, all the board members as well as all the DHR representatives meet together at 6 o'clock at Walmart on our shopping day. And the representatives from DHR, they know these children, they've gotten their wish lists for us, and so they're there to help us. Basically, we get to shop for all of them together, so it's really fun. It's a great collaboration.
So they get, not only they get gifts, they get some things they want.
Absolutely, they get things they want, they get things they need. We try our best to do both within the shopping day.
No, that's the way it works at our house.
Yeah,
Some things they want, some things they need. And so you said, I guess, a total of 250 kids then.
Yes, quite a bit.
Think about that, Sheriff. That's a lot of kids
It's
to
sad.
be in foster care, and we need to make sure they're taken care of.
You know,
Absolutely.
I'd take them all. You know, that's how, you know, it's one of those things that children are our future, and you see these children, 250 children whose lives are hopefully being enriched and better by being in foster homes out of a bad situation, but just having to be there, I'm sure, affects them. But being able to do something nice for them, you know, it's always a better feeling to do something for somebody than to, you know, better to give than receive.
That's true. And Both our Calhoun County and Cleveland County, the DHR representatives are so wonderful, and they work so hard to make sure that these kids are put in great homes, but I know that they always are needing foster families. So if anybody is interested in that, they can reach out to DHR to find out about it.
I remember hearing a while back, and I hope I'm not misspeaking, but I'm pretty sure I'm remembering this correctly, that Calhoun County, we don't have as many foster homes in Calhoun County as we have kids needing homes. There are kids that live and go to school in Calhoun County that end up having to be put in foster homes outside of Calhoun County because we don't have enough homes for them here.
I'm pretty sure that's true.
That's just heartbreaking. You know, you've got so much going on in your life. Whatever the reason is that you're being removed from the home that you know, and now, okay, you're going to be in a different home, but you may end up also having to be in a different school and a completely different environment. You don't even know the stores and the restaurants around you, and it's just anything. As much as you can keep some sense of normalcy, I would imagine that would be a very positive thing.
Absolutely, and that's again one of the reasons that we that the Empty Stocking really focuses on Christmas, because it's a time when, you know, those children, as you said, whatever reason they've been moved away with their family, they're missing them, and they need that comfort. They need that. So we're glad to provide that for them.
Yeah, my wife and I were actually talking about that. She's already watching these Hallmark Channel Christmas movies. She's already into that. Please help me. But she says it just helps to ground her that there's something about Christmas that just brings back the memories and everything. There's certain ways that everything should be, and it's not going to be exactly that way for these foster kids. But if you disrupt it too much, if they don't have some sense of normalcy around Christmas, you know, what odds do they have of making the best of their situation in the new year?
Right. And it's a way to also help those families who have volunteered their time to take these children in.
Right.
Because obviously they want to love them and give them what they need, but they may not have the financial capability to do that. So it alleviates that for them as well.
And even if they do have the financial ability, the time and stuff, anything that you can do to help them. I don't know if y'all have watched the show This Is Us. Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It rips you open every episode, and they've got a foster child in one of the homes on the show now, and just watching the struggles that they're going through. Obviously that's a drama. It's not real, but it also is very realistic in some ways.
Absolutely, it takes things from real life for sure.
All right, well, Carrie, thank you so much for this.
Yes, I appreciate the time here to talk about the gala. And like I said, if you're interested in helping us or becoming a part of the organization, we're on Facebook. We have a website as well, emptystocking.net, so you can find out more about us there. We look forward to our next year, our 29th year.
And go ahead, I know we don't use the real calendars, most of us anymore. We use our phones and
That's
stuff.
right.
So go ahead and get your phone out or whatever, and type in there the first Friday of November next year, and then set it for repeating every year. It's going to be
there, always. So thank you so much, Chris.
Thank you, Carrie. All right, Sheriff and I will be back in just a few moments. We'll have the crazy criminal of the week, as well as the Crime Stopper segment of Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
And welcome to the Crime Stoppers portion of our show, where we ask you to help our investigators with these cases. First up on your caseload this week, between Sunday, November 5th and Tuesday, November 7th in Orange, 2012 Kubota RTC 1140 ATV was stolen from a barn on New Liberty Road. And sometime between 7:45 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. on November 10th, a home in Webster's Chapel Road was burglarized. They got away with a bunch of firearms. And sometime between November 10th and November 11th, a Weston commercial brush guard was stolen from a residence on Stadium Drive. And that's it for the Crime Stoppers portion. If you have any information on these cases, please give Crime Stoppers a call at 256-238-1414. Remember, we want your information and not your name.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
Sheriff, let me ask you this. If we get caught doing bad things, we get sent to prison, do they still end up making license plates in prison? Is that something that happens still?
You know, I'm not sure, but I would assume so.
Not at the Calhoun County Jail. But
Not at the county jail, but at the state prison system.
yeah, so if you make, say, a fake license plate you could end up learning how to make real license plates.
Yeah, yeah. I think that, you might be what we call a subject matter expert.
Yeah, I don't know how expert. Take a look at this fake plate that we have here. Have we got the video on this? Here we go. This is made from a pizza box and a magic marker.
I would like to tell you that kind of surprises me, but it don't. I've seen these kind of things before. I've actually seen it where somebody took a cardboard box and said no tag. Well, if you don't have a tag on it, we know there's no tag.
Yeah.
So why would you write no tag on a cardboard box? You know what that does, right?
What?
That says to law enforcement, it screams one thing to them. You have any guesses what it screams to them?
I hesitate to say.
Pull me over.
Yeah.
Pull me over, please.
Right. So now that one it was good enough. They probably could have pulled it off if they had the little stickers with the date on it.
They should have wrote the number up there like 17 or
Right.
18 up there. Yeah.
Then they would have got away with it.
That would have been legitimate.
Right. All right. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
we do want to remind folks that if you missed part of the show and you want to see the lineup, you want to see the crimes that we need your help with, we post those on Facebook as well.
Absolutely.
Go check it out, Calhoun County Sheriff's Office on Facebook, and check out the website as well. We appreciate you tuning in and watching the show. We definitely appreciate you sharing information that you have, and we'll be looking for you again next week, but hopefully not in the lineup on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.